What's up, guys? It's the Phil and Flash TJP, and this special message is for you. Hey, Connor, Rory, and Danny, it's TJ Perkins, Team Venom for life.
Hulk Hogan's a racist.
Welcome to WrestleMania Week Review Part 2. So, firstly, welcome. I'm sort of already thrown by the comment, but
why? No one else is.
I mean, yeah, it's true. It's a total racist. So, we covered NXT without you, Danny. Sorry, and we covered SmackDown and all that sort of stuff. So we'll go with night one from WrestleMania. Kicking it off was Bobby Lashley defending the championship against Drew McIntyre, which he retained successfully via submission. Which just get the results here. Which both me and you, Connor, both said that we thought one was gonna happen, and Danny, you went with Drew. So sadly. But what were your thoughts on this match, guys?
I think it was match of night one, to be fair.
You're just that disgusted with Danny's comment that you just had to eat a sandwich.
Yeah. It was an alright match. It was decent. I like that Bobby went over because Drew's kind of been up there too much. I didn't want them to do the whole give Drew the win in front of a crowd. He's already number one contender, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
It's the same people at the minute, isn't it?
Yeah, sadly.
We had the weird combustible element of having Miz cash in, become champion, and then Bobby beating him. So we had a nice varied world title picture, and now it's just back to the same person it's been for a year and a bit.
Yeah. Well, at least Bobby retained. Hopefully that'll happen again at Backlash, although it probably won't.
WrestleMania Backlash.
WrestleMania Backlash. Although, to be fair, we're not on the night 2 results, so it's not been announced as WrestleMania Backlash at this point in the results. What are your thoughts on that on them doing that and saying this is WrestleMania Backlash?
I'd be okay with it if it wasn't 5 weeks away.
Yeah. More build for that than there was for Mania between Mania and Fastlane.
Yeah, like if it was like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe WrestleMania Backlash should make sense because WrestleMania would be very fresh still. But it's like 5 weeks. It's over a month.
I mean, it's like back at the turn of the century, around about 2000, 2001 sort of time. It used to be that you'd have WrestleMania at the beginning of April and Backlash would be the end of April. And it was always the go-to. Yeah, that's the follow-up. You occasionally had the odd rematch from Mania and stuff like that on there. So it makes sense for the format to be it's the WrestleMania Backlash. But 6 weeks just seems an awful long time to draw out rematches if that's what they're going for.
Mm-hmm.
So,
which it is because it's already been announced that it's going to be Drew versus
yeah, I know. Going by the finish of the main event of night 2 as well, I'm assuming that that's sort of going to get a repeat as well there too. So, but we'll get to that. So, second match of the night was the women's tag team gauntlet match, which was won by Natalya and Tomina. So you both got a point. I got 0 for that because I wanted Lana and Naomi. And that couldn't have been more true after seeing that entrance. So
answer me a question, both of you.
Yep.
After Tamina's performance in night 1 and night 2,
yep,
how the fuck are people now getting behind it from that? Why is that the thing that's suddenly got her this weird push Tamina thing?
Some of her moves were just...
Push her off a turnbuckle, she might land a splash properly, yeah, sure.
I don't even think she landed it properly. I looked at it, I thought she put a knee on someone's face. But
neither night she landed her fucking splash properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't she...
Her dad will be turning in his grave, and his girlfriend will be turning out of the car.
Turn it under that. Turn it around in the carpet underneath the big tree on the hill. We have to make these jokes because Jimmy Snuka is a convicted murderer. Just like Hulk Hogan is a racist, but just don't want to let people forget. But did you both enjoy the tag team turmoil match, though?
Yeah. Till the end.
Yeah. Danny, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was all right.
I'd have preferred we were all wrong and the Riot Squad went through because they're the only established team.
Yeah. Shout out to their fucking Joker and Harley Quinn spy gear as well. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it looked very good.
Yeah. So, next match was a clean sweep for us. We all picked this right, and that was Cesaro beating Seth Rollins, which I really, really
Match of the
enjoyed.
night.
Yeah. Agreed.
I forgot
There,
about that.
Danny. Suck on that.
I totally forgot about that match. Totally forgot about it.
Oh. Is my response.
There was that many fucking matches to remember. You know?
Yeah, I guess.
Where do we see this going, though, for Cesaro?
Surely a title push, surely.
I'm hoping he'll be in the mix for the. I mean, he could be one of the first challengers to Apollo or something. Yeah. But I'd like to see him go to after the Universal, but after the main event, we sort of know what direction that's going in. So
Yeah.
it's one of those. Unless he gets drafted to Raw, and then we get Cesaro versus Bobby, which I'd be really fine with. To be fair.
Sounds really interesting. That does sound really interesting.
Fair.
So yeah, following that was another one that we got a. We got a clean. Yeah, we got another clean sweep on the next one, which was AJ and Omos defeating the New Day for the Raw Tag Team Championships.
It was obvious. Almost in-ring debut.
Yeah.
Had to actually have a win. I hate the fact he wrestled in normal clothes when in NXT.
Yeah, that
he's been
seemed
seen
lazy.
in gear. Bugs me. I don't like it. I didn't like it when it was Dean Ambrose's whole gimmick for fucking years. Don't like it.
Yeah.
He looked good. Definite monster heel thing. But as Mania went on, I'm already kind of done with big monster manager people.
Is that because of Braun and because of Apollo?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Which leads on to match 5, which was Braun Strowman defeating Shane McMahon in a steel cage match.
Big fat for all three of us.
Yeah, it was one of those. I couldn't really get into the match that much. I thought Braun it was like he was impervious to pain and stuff. They had Shane battering him with weapons and stuff like that. Then Shane would climb quickly and Braun would just be up there and fine. Like, yeah, not a problem. I've just taken all that. It's fine.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you beat Roman then? Yeah, it's strange. I get Braun winning because obviously last year he won the Universal Championship, so it would be a bit of a demotion for him to lose. But
we all thought a screw job was coming though, didn't we? So.
Yeah, but they gave it the screw job starter, didn't they, with Elias and Jackson?
Yeah. Well, the thing is as well, and this will forever piss me off about steel cage matches. I don't like that they can end in pinfalls.
Yeah, because what's the fucking point?
What's the point of having a steel cage?
Yeah.
Plus, it's always the whole thing that you get every match when like somebody's laid on the ground and the other one's on top of the cage. It's like, climb down. You've won.
Yeah.
Why are you being a dickhead?
Like Shane, for example, he was like, I'm going to put my arm through the cage now and wave at him for a little bit just because I can see he's waking up. No, you twat. Let go.
Yeah, I don't. Worst match of the night for me.
Yeah, same man. At least it followed up with a surprisingly good match, which was Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus the Miz and Morrison. Obviously, Bad Bunny and Damian Priest picked up the win, which we all expected. He was a lot better than I thought he was
very good. He was very good.
Really surprised.
You can tell he's a lifelong fan because he actually took time to learn how to bump and everything, and actually wasn't dominating the match like every celebrity does.
Yeah.
That move on Morris.
Great. I enjoyed it.
You mean the Canadian Destroyer?
That's the one.
Fucking plastic fan. Yeah, it was very good. Nice to see Damian Priest get a Mania win. Sad to see him lose on Raw.
Yeah, I know. Just how do you follow up with that co-main event, that featured match Mania momentum? Lose. The very next time. Oh, sorry,
lose to the Miz in his pants.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I've noticed like
because Maurice.
You know, like after Mania and stuff, we were all like quite enjoying it and everything. We all had good things to say about it, and then Raw's happened, and we're all sort of deflated now for this podcast. I'm just it's a very sort of vibe.
No, Rory, we were enjoying it. You were snoozing. Get it right.
That was night two. That was night two. When they decided to bottle it.
Yeah.
To be fair, Son's fault.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Mister, I'm on Team Venom, but I can't watch WrestleMania live, you plastic piece of shit.
That baguette's got to Connor. It set him off.
No, to be fair, I had the joy of Ruben.
I don't want to hear your excuses.
I'm just telling you. Well,
fuck your kid. Fuck your kid. Bianca versus
Sasha. Podcast, isn't it?
What can I say? I miss Dave. Main event of night.
Is that why Danny's looking like him at the moment? Since Danny saw James Smith's comments and thought, right, let's appease to it.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
the main event, Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks.
This didn't feel like 17 minutes.
No. It's a good match.
Didn't feel like the second longest match of the night. It felt like it was 10 minutes tops. That hair whip, though.
Yes.
Yeah, fucking hell. Ouch.
Did you see the welt on Sasha afterwards? Ooh.
Yeah. It's a bitch and a half.
Very nice, feel-good moment. I think I don't know if I said it to you or Danny, but as soon as it was announced that Bobby versus Drew was starting, I said it's going to be Bobby takes the win, so you have the feel-good moment at the end.
Yeah.
Sasha 0-6 at Mania now, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
And also, big heel Sasha was sat outside the ring after the match while Bianca was celebrating, crying and smiling because she's a heel, damn it.
Yeah, fun. Do we reckon Sasha's going to be on SmackDown?
Yeah, she's already on SmackDown.
Fair.
I don't think she's moving.
I just mean because, like, literally 2 years ago,
yeah.
Big featured Mania loss, and then she's like, "Fuck it, I'm not coming in for 8 months."
Yeah, she didn't look as sulky as the other year. Maybe not. The only thing I could think that they'll do with her, because they don't do they say they don't do the rematch thing, but Bobby Drew. Only thing I could think is if you turn Sasha face now.
Yeah. Well, she's only just turned heel anyway, though, hasn't she? Which is
yeah, but she's barely a heel. That's the thing.
I know. Yeah.
She's since NXT. She that was the last time she was an out-and-out heel.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you can do with Sasha at this point.
Because obviously, we'll get to one of the segments on night 2, but in fact, we'll talk about it here. We had Bayley doing constant interruptions throughout night 1 and then night 2, and then the Bellas coming out. We could always get Banks and Bayley reunited to take on the Bellas.
Nikki don't look like she's ready for it though.
No, but it might be something that they attempt to build to for like 2 or 3 months time or whatever, and we get them having like a bit of a dry run of, storyline wise, of them trying to trust each other again and all that shite. You never know, could happen, might not.
I hate this Bayley, by the way. But not in like the good heel heat way. Like it just annoys me.
Yeah.
How do you go from turning heel after being hug up Bayley for so long, being the best thing on WWE TV for ages, longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion, to Ellen DeGeneres?
Yeah, I know. It's not good. It's not good at all. But it's one of them, and that's just what they've decided to go with for her, which shite. So
it's very short.
The night 1 and everything, I'm pretty sure we all said Cesaro, Seth Rollins was match of the night and everything for that.
That and he said Bobby Drew.
Yeah, that's true. And then he made out that he'd forgotten about Cesaro versus Rollins.
Actually, I'd forgotten about Cesaro.
Also, can we all just take into consideration that the biggest heel of night one was Mother Nature?
Yes. But
Yeah.
to be fair, I don't think I
Delay.
think Mother Nature did us all a favour. We had half an hour of unscripted promos to kick off Mania. We could see some of the wrestlers that were doing it were all right. Some of them were shit. But
I mean, yeah, you've got people on Twitter like, why don't we do unscripted promos? Well, you got them.
yeah,
How do you feel?
so half good, half not so good.
Yeah.
Braun
How do you feel
Strowman's
about
now
them
a super fan doing everything for everybody.
I know. It turned into like 80s Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
I was going to call him a fucking Braun Maniac.
Yeah, that's bad.
Doing this for Nicholas, brother.
Like, can you imagine if Nicholas had ran out and helped him get the win? That would have been amazing.
No, I want to see Nicholas, like, I wanted to see him hop the barricade, scale the cage as Strowman's climbing out and just twat him with a guitar.
Oh, Shane just kicked the little bastard in the face.
Shane jumps on Nicholas from the cage.
Yeah. Uses him as an actual diving elbow pad. He's got Nick just strapped to his arm.
And probably sells it better than Shane never could.
To be fair, Shane did a pretty good sell when Braun did the throw.
I've noticed this with Shane. Like, when he does these, like, sort of borderline death-defying things, he actually genuinely looks like he's about to die. Like when he did that shooting star press on the Usos that time, and like you saw his face, like, yeah, he's fucked. He's not in a good way. And he did this, and it was like that same look of, oh my fuck, where like he was like gassed, and his face was just saying, what the fuck did I do that for?
Yeah, I don't beat when he went for the coast to coast on Roman and got speared, and he was doing the Undertaker eyes for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think he meant to either. I think he just got speared that hard.
He got a genuine concussion from it, which is hilarious.
Yeah. Oh dear.
How did Shane have a featured match, but like Daly didn't?
Yeah, it's mad. It really is mad.
Night one, concluded.
Night two kicked off with Randy Orton beating the Fiend in 5 minutes.
This is something that should have happened on Raw.
It felt like, yeah, like you say, something that happens on Raw. Like they've been doing shit like this for months leading up to
It would have
Mania.
been fine if this happened on Raw.
Yeah.
I understand you've got the argument of they tried to make Mania something for everybody, so you've got the excessive pageantry in this one, but this shouldn't have been. At least let the match go on properly. If you want to do that finish, fine, but at least let them have a proper match, because that 5 minutes was fucking shit.
Yeah.
And it just feels like a waste. How long has this been going on for? Hell in a Cell?
Yeah, Hell in a Cell. Yeah.
6
Hell in a Cell,
months
Orton
build?
beat Drew, didn't he? And then the next night, the Fiend started threatening him, and then Drew beat him back a few weeks later. And yeah.
6 months of build for that.
Yeah.
Like, all right, cool. We're finally seeing Sister Abigail or whatever, but
Just left us scratching our heads, didn't it? And
especially with the Raw follow-up of basically them slagging Alexa, having Bray slag Alexa off, but not really be that bothered and stuff, and just be back to his normal Firefly break. Like, it's just sort of, what was the point?
congratulations, WWE. You've officially buried the Fiend.
Alexa Bliss.
Never let that character come back, because it's pointless.
Yeah.
It's over. They've completely ruined it, because there's no way that he can be a credible threat to anyone.
No. Especially after his first match with Seth Rollins, where he took 10 curb stomps or whatever, and all those moves, and was still like, and it ended up being a no contest because he still kicked out after everything. And this is just one RKO, mate. Don't worry about it. 5 minutes in.
Yep.
Come back from the fucking dead. One RKO, done. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, shit. And then following up, that was Nayyah and Shayna versus Natalya and Tomina, with Nayyah and Shayna successfully retaining the titles.
How did this get 15 minutes?
Nearly 3 times the amount of time as Orton Fiend.
Honestly, me and Connor just picked this fucking match apart because of how shit Tamina was. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, I don't want to sit here until I got somebody who's an active wrestler. Like, they're doing things I probably couldn't do. But at the same time, it's fucking WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's WrestleMania. If you can't bring your A game to WrestleMania, if I can sit there and tell what you're going to do and you fuck it up easily, the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just wasn't good. just wasn't good.
Shout out to Nayyah saying you ain't shit, bitch.
Yes.
That was fun.
Which I had to find out on Twitter because when I was watching the repeat at about 5 or something, because that's when I was messaging you, and by this point it was just nothing. I just found out like the next day, Nayyah's got a fine for swearing at Shayna or for swearing at Tomina. So I don't fucking remember that at all. And they'd already edited it like within a couple of hours. So.
Yeah, I think it's also worth saying none of us got a point right for Raw and Fiend, and I'm pretty sure me and did we all get this one?
Me and you got this one.
Okay.
As we said that before, Nayyah and Shayna would defend regardless.
Okay.
So
up next, very good match.
Yeah, to be fair, and it's just weird because it still only got 9 minutes, so it got less time than the women's tag team title match.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was nice. It was one of the best nights one of the best matches of night 2, with Kevin Owens defeating Sami Zayn with Logan Paul at ringside, and you could tell Logan Paul had put in a bit of work as well because of the way that he sold the stunner at the end.
That was a great sell.
Yeah.
A very good sell.
You reacted to that, didn't you, when you did it?
I did, because he went. I thought he was just going to do the classic stunner sell of
just fall into the knees.
Yeah.
Fall into the knees, or he was going to do like the lazy celebrity sell where they just bend over and go backwards. Yeah. But no, it was good. It was a good match. Hoping this might be the end of conspiracy theorist Sami Zayn, purely because I'm just getting bored of the same promos every week. I don't mind him being a heel. Just have a new agenda.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think we all picked Owens as well for that one. So yeah, that was that. And then we had Sheamus defeating Matt Riddle for the US title. Which,
what a finish!
Yeah, that was a beautiful brogue kick. That was like one of the coolest. And the fact that like you saw Matt Riddle's face, like he's blatantly just kicked half of his fucking teeth out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it was good. Very good. Not upset about this at all, to be fair.
No.
10 minutes, good match. One of many title changes.
Apparently,
no,
sorry, you first.
I have no complaints about this match at all. The match itself was good. Better than I thought it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be bad, but I didn't think I was going to be as invested. Even if the ending of it did get spoiled before it happened.
Yeah, the prick.
What happened? Did Danny tell you?
No. Ashley and his fucking lack of fucking running commentary bullshit and. Yeah. So I told him next WrestleMania he's not watching it. So you're not watching it. We don't need a fucking commentator. We've got Michael Cole and Samoa Joe, thanks.
Maggle got fat.
We had the I saw a thing where apparently the reason Sheamus has picked up the win there was that Riddle was never actually supposed to be the US champion. But the thing being, but the strong thing being, Keith Lee should have won it at Chamber, and then so they've ended up just taking it off him.
Keith Lee was on WrestleMania Night 2's watch along.
Yeah.
On that.
Why the hell wasn't he on Raw the night after?
SmackDown, surely.
Yeah.
Because he's been AWOL completely, And if they're going to have him on the Mania Watch Along show on YouTube or whatever the fuck it is that they air it on, surely he's ready to be back on TV.
Yeah. Yeah. So what we're saying, Apollo Crews versus Keith Lee coming up as the next feud, considering that the next match is Apollo beating Big E for the Intercontinental title.
What about Roman, or would you say it's too early?
You can't bring Keith Lee back to go for Roman because it's the same as the Fiend. You just kill Keith Lee off.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah, they have to build
that's why it was a question. No.
Yeah, Apollo versus Big E in a Nigerian drum fight, which just happened to be a weapons match in a music classroom. This was not good. This was just Singapore Canes. There was Singapore Canes for 6 minutes. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was Tommy Dreamer's wet dream. That's what this match was.
We spent more time dancing to Wakandan drums and watching the fight, didn't we?
Yeah, when me and Danny were watching it, we found Nigerian drums on YouTube and we were just dancing.
Awesome.
No, I had a Black Panther clip on my phone of the war cry, so I played that.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and the drum thing, yeah.
Ah, bloody hell.
So I didn't take in much of this match because I was just going Ibombe for 6 minutes. And
I think as well, and it ended with friggin' was it Dabakato or whatever his name is, the
who is this? The guy that you've named twice.
The guy, yeah.
Babatunde and Dabakato.
Yeah.
If you can't remember this, you shouldn't be on commentary.
Literally, they had to sit through friggin' 3 months of him destroying everyone on Raw Underground.
Yeah. Also,
again, we had to sit through 3 months to Raw Underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
also,
true.
why was he wearing a Saddam Hussein jacket? That was the question.
He probably got it off Iron Sheik.
You take this, Bubba.
You find that bitch Hulk Hogan, you make him humble.
Yeah. But yeah, another new champion. And speaking of new champions, Rhea Ripley defeated Asuka for the Raw Women's title. This was probably, I want to say, tied match of the night for me.
It's a good match, though. Still a very, very good match.
It was a very good match. I think the right person won.
Yeah.
It's kind of like we've got a new era sort of hushing in with all the new champions, which is nice.
I like that they actually had that moment on the follow-up NXT as well, where they had
all three
yeah.
champions.
That was pretty sweet. So
I did like that. We'll move on now to the main event because that's what everyone wants to talk about. And Danny's gone, so now we can actually talk. We can talk freely and happily now that he's gone. Fucking prick. Roman Reigns with Jey Uso.
Offended us by looking like Dave.
yeah. Roman Reigns with Jey Uso and Paul Heyman defeated Edge and Daniel Bryan to retain the Universal title. 21-minute long match. Yeah, I'm okay with it as long as he doesn't drop it before. If he doesn't drop it like too quickly afterwards, because otherwise it'll feel pointless.
Yeah.
Like if they have Roman win at Mania
and then lose at Backlash.
And then,
WrestleMania
exactly.
Backlash,
Edge's moment is at Backlash. That's kind of
moot point, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think it's a case of have Roman have a very long reign. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Ideally, next Mania, still champion, faces The Rock, beats The Rock, and then holds the title till the next SummerSlam. Real long reign, solidify him properly. This match solidified him as the unbeatable one.
Yeah.
As the big heel, but have him have a real long reign. And then if you have, let's say, SummerSlam 2022, Keith Lee beats him, or whoever beats him, that is a massive moment. I think titles change hands too much nowadays, as shown by this entire WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Sad that the finish basically came from Jey Uso.
Yeah, I was saying to you after the night after the thing that I didn't like about the triple threat, not the result, but the way that they got there with Jey Uso just running in, and it just fell flat because Roman, I think, could have still just beat them all on his own because he's not been like a bitch or anything like that throughout. He's still been a very dominant champion. So I don't know why they needed to book him like that.
No, I have no idea. It felt unnecessary, but he won, and he won in a very heelish way. So there's that. 2 concertos to the people with destroyed necks is always fun. This and the Rhea Ripley thing's tied for match of the night for me.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, I can see that. So, I am pretty much the same, to be honest. Probably, yeah. It wouldn't be tied if the finish was different. I think if the finish is what's made it tied for me.
I agree. I think it's not because of who won either. It's the way he finished. If it was just a straight up Roman, I'd have even been happy if it was a case of Edge speared Daniel Bryan and then Roman threw Edge out of the ring.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been fine. But the fact that it came from an outside interference. The perfect way to do that outside interference, Jay had already been destroyed and thrown and taken away. Have Jimmy appear.
Yeah.
That would have been the best way to do this finish.
Since the Bella Twins went into the Hall of Fame this year, what better way to celebrate them by having the Usos pull the twin magic?
Yeah, exactly.
Jimmy just comes out instead of Jay like, wah!
I thought you meant like Jimmy wears a nurse outfit and straddles John Cena, but either way.
Yeah.
You can lick, but you can't touch.
Team match player dance. But so overall, how did you guys find WrestleMania? I
loved it.
Yeah, it was really enjoyable.
I feel like it'd been better in one night, even if it is a super long fucking show. But
yeah,
that's more for my will to live than anything.
The overall time still felt like it could have just been one night as well. When if you combine nights 1 and 2, it didn't feel like it was particularly longer.
Yeah, it started 10 p.m. for us in the UK. Started 10 p.m. Finished at 4.
Yeah. Well, it used to be finishing at friggin' 5 or 6 anyway for Mania years ago. So
yeah,
it's not even that out of the ordinary. It's just I think it's just from last year where they went, oh, we did well on 2 nights now, right? Money, because we can sell twice the amount of seats.
But still, did you see how happy every single person who walked onto the ring looked to see people?
Randy Orton especially.
Yeah, I've noticed that. So, yeah, straight away Randy Orton's just like, he's loving being there.
Try not to break character with a smile on his face.
Orton, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and The New Day, and Kevin Owens, to be fair. All those were losing their shit when they were looking around.
Yeah. Then one of the things that we had intended to cover in this podcast, which is why it's taken a while for it to come out, was we were going to cover Raw and how that had gone because of they normally have all the main roster call-ups, returns, and surprises. So we were expecting something decent to have happened for us to be chatting about.
Maurice, Viking Raiders, and Charlotte. Whoop-de bastard do. And on NXT,
Drew McIntyre's #1 contender for Bobby Lashley's belt.
Shock. And on NXT was a good show, but there was nothing on that for like returns. Kushida won the Cruiserweight title.
That was a great match.
Yeah, that was
awesome.
Always
fun.
We got Taya Valkyrie coming out as
Frankie Monet.
Frankie Monet, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice to see Frankie. So at least there's been some kind of decent after Mania debut, and Roddy Strong has handed in his resignation at NXT.
Yes.
So we'll see him on Friday.
Yes. Well, maybe alongside Adam Cole. Who knows?
Maybe.
So.
SmackDown has to be good.
Yeah.
It has to be good, and it has to be like stacked of returns and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, 100%.
It is what it is. Mania was good. Raw was not. Thank you.
That might be the title of this episode. Mania was great. Raw, not so great. Not even barely good.
Amazing.
Yeah. Best be. Well, we'll wrap this up. Thank you to everyone for watching, listening, and all that sort of stuff. We'll catch you next time with whatever we decide to do next.
Peace out.